نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So tonight, that is the last lecture of Mustalahatul Hadith, but not the least one, but that is much more important. Okay, so after a while, let me have this lecture, inshallah. So just tell her to go upstairs. My brother, tell her to go upstairs. وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. As we mentioned before, but today we will make it a little bit organized, that what are the ways and what are the words to be used when a muhaddis or a alim is narrating a hadith. So he will be narrating the way he has taken from his sheikh. He has to mention it, that how I have taken this hadith from my sheikh. Whether the sheikh was reciting and I was listening to, or one of us, the student, was reciting and sheikh was confirming and correcting that. You know what I'm saying? So, if the sheikh, that's called Tariqul Ada. Tariqul Ada. The way to deliver. The way to deliver. Number one, if Sheikh was reciting and student was listening to and taking it, so there the word is Haddathani, if he is alone, or Haddathana. Yes? Yes? Like this. Haddathani. And this is Haddathana. Got it? And if the student or one of the students, he was relating hadith and sheikh was listening to correct it, to connect it, and to verify it. You should write like this. To correct it, to connect it, and to confirm it. CCC, triple C. Yes? What we call? Triple C. So then for that, later on the student will use the word akhbarani. What? If he is alone. And if more than one, then akhbarana. Yes. Because you know the grammar. That haddatha, haddatha, haddathu, haddasat, haddasata, haddasna, haddasta, haddastuma, haddastum, haddasti, haddastuma, haddastunna, haddastu, haddasna. Yes? And haddasana. So haddasa, that is spelled. Na, that is maf'ul. Got it? So anyhow, like akhbara, akhbara, akhbaru. So akhbara, that is fa'al. That is what? Fa'al, which is singular, masculine, past tense, singular, muscular, past tense, and yes, no, singular. That's singular. Akhbara, ni. Literal meaning of akhbarani is that he has informed me, and haddasani, that he has talked to me. But as we mentioned, that these words are not used in mustalahatul hadith as a word, but as a term. So haddasani, when the sheikh is relating the hadith and the student is taking that. And akhbarani, when the student is relating hadith, the sheikh is correcting, connecting, confirming. Got it? He is correcting, connecting, confirming. Got it? And if the student has already learnt the hadith, but he is asking for permission from a specific sheikh, and he gave him the permission, so then later on, he used the word ajazani. He allowed me, or gave me the permission. For singular ajazani, for plural ajazana. So ajaza is fa'il or verb, and ni and na, that is maf'ul or object. Got it or not it? So these are terms. Now the next topic is the manners of a muhaddis. Muhaddis means a alim. The manners of a muhaddis when he relates. When he relates. And the manners of a student when he takes. You should write it. The manner of the muhaddis. Muhaddis means teacher, the sheikh, when he relates. And the manners of a student when he takes. So for a muhaddis and alim, when he is teaching a hadith, so the first ever thing in this regard is tashihun niyya. Tashihun niyya. To correct his intention for the sake of Allah. To make his intention for the sake of Allah. Not for name or fame or status or worldly attachments. You should write it. Not for names or fames or status or worldly attachments. Number 2, his intention must be to teach the teachings of the prophets, the teachings of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To teach the teachings of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to spread it. Number 3, he should not teach in the presence of his own sheikh but with his permission. If his sheikh is sitting there, so he may not teach a hadith but with the permission of his sheikh. Number 4, if he is asked for something which he does not know regarding hadith, so he may refer to the scholarly person. Number 5, if he knows someone of his students that his intention is not good, he may not stop him to take a hadith from him. But to tell him in one way or the other to correct his intention. And number 6, when he knew that I can teach hadith, so he should not waste his time. He must arrange a sitting, mean a class, to teach a hadith. Got it? Number 7, to sit when teaching hadith in a dignified way. When he is teaching hadith, so he must sit in a dignified way. Means, look, he has taken shower. Yes. And he has dressed well. Yes. And he has combed his beard. Yes. So he is looking good because he is spreading something good. He is distributing something good. So he has to be looked good. Got it? That's what the muhaddithin used to do. Number 8. He must face all students, not to make discrimination to any one of them, or to do discrimination to any one of them. Got it? Got it or not? If I will address only one student all the time, that is not good. The others will be thinking, oh, it means Shaykh does not like us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. Sometime I address one, sometime, yes, sometime we do make jokes about infinity and sometime about BMW or things like that. Yes, and sometime about mammons even. Yes, otherwise Sarfaraz will have an objection that you don't like us. No, we like you. That's why we are making jokes with Hassan Khels, with Pashtuns, with Hyderabadis and with mammons as well. Yes? Got it or not it? Yes. Number 9. To start his dars, praising Allah and saying Salat on Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Look, you have noticed when I start. So what I say? Yes, Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasulih Kareem. We praise Allah and say Salat on Rasulullah sallallahu. And when we finish, so we finish the same way. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khair khalqihi. Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Got it? So to start with what? With praising Allah and saying blessing of Allah to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And number 10. To refresh his students by saying some dignified types of jokes. Otherwise they will become upset. Yes? I don't know my jokes are dignified or not. Yes, but Bilal is laughing a lot. It means that he has some reservations. You have it? Yes. So these are the manners of a muhaddis, the manners of a student. Number 1, the same correction of niyyah and intention. Number 2, to study hadith for the sake of Allah, not for worldly attachment. That, oh, when I will teach hadith, I will be getting that much salary, and the university will give me a car, and they will provide me with a castle, and things. If he has that intention, what he is doing? Why he is not going to university for some secular sciences? You know what I'm saying? This is deen. Deen should be only for the sake of Allah. Because in a hadith, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Man ta'allama ilman, mimma yubtaqa bihi wajhullah, لا يتعلمه إلا ليصيب به غرضا من الدنيا لم يجد عرف الجنة يوم القيامة. If somebody is going to study the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is for the good pleasure of Allah, but he is doing the same to have some worldly things and worldly attachment, on the day of judgment he will not have even a fragrance of Jannah. Entering is something, ya subhanallah, much more excellent. He cannot have the fragrance of Jannah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive and forbid. Number 3, whatever he learns, he must try to practice. Number 4, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help him to study hadith. Number 5, to devote himself and give his time. Not only entertainment, it needs time. Number 6, to take hadith from a qualified sheikh. Number 7, to give a due respect to his sheikh. Number 8, to guide his fellow classmates, whatever he knows better. Yes, if someone, disappeared for a few days, so then that is the duty of that student of hadith to call him, that we have some concern about you, that everything is okay, because you did not attend the class for so many days, or 2 days, or 3 days, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Number 9. Not to feel ashamed of. If his sheikh is younger than him in age, number 10, he may not be satisfied with writing of hadith only. But to memorize it and to understand. So actually this topic, this was the last one, but that is the first one as well. Yes? So that's how we arranged it. That this is the last one, but that is the first one as well. As far as practice is concerned, you have to start with this one. You know what I'm saying? So, sallallahu ta'ala ala khair khalqi Muhammadin wa alihi wa ashabi ajma'in, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasuli Muhammadin wa alihi wa ashabi ajma'in. Allahumma rabbana taqabbal minna innaka anta as-sami'ul 'alim wa tub 'alayna innaka anta at-tawwabur rahim. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever we have learnt about mustalahatul hadith, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept it from all of us. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all those brothers who attended the class, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give them a ilm nafi' and a knowledge of Quran and Sunnah, wherefrom he can get benefits and can provide the same to others as well. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all those ulama who have strived hard and they preserved the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the proper way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them in their qubur, bless them in their graves, and give them a big reward on behalf of the Muslim Ummah, because they have done a lot on behalf of the Muslim Ummah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who are studying hadith anywhere, or those who are studying here and will be studying here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them with knowledge, with amal, and with ikhlas, and with tasheeh niyyah. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khair khalqi Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in bi rahmatika arhamar rahimin. Just go out, there is one old man and just die. So bring them here, if they are still there.